Hey, my lovelies. Welcome to the channel. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. My name is Cosmo. So if you're tuning in via YouTube, Instagram, my podcast, or Facebook, I appreciate it. So it's Monday, right? December 21st, 2020. A lot of energy going on in the atmosphere today. Y'all know we have that major conjunction going on. I think it's 800 years before the Earths have received this type of energy. So very powerful energy in the atmosphere. Not to mention 800 reduces down to the number 8, which is all about new beginnings, right? So very powerful energy in the atmosphere today. I do want to say, if you don't do anything else, I really feel like you should sit down and think about what you want, right? Really think about what you want, because we full-fledged entered into Capricorn season, right? And I gotta say, if you don't know what you want by now, it may be a little bit more difficult to move through this energy in Capricorn season, because this energy is all about foundation, laying down the foundation, creating the systems and the order, right? You can also see some things unfolding throughout the governmental system, right? Happening in Capricorn. So I think in January you have the changeover of presidents, if I'm not mistaken. That might be happening either on the cusp of Aquarius season, right? Or late in Capricorn season. I don't even remember what date that is, to be honest with you. However, it's not surprising that they would have that type of changeover either in Capricorn season or right after Capricorn season, which brings in that new foundation. So just be mindful, right? We're in new energy. The sun is shining in Capricorn. It's all about systems, functions, what functions. Capricorn energies also, guys, the timekeeper. What have you been using your energy in your time in directing it towards, right? So Capricorn season is going to yield you a return, right? On where you've been applying your energy. Have you been applying your energy to things that are worthwhile to gain you the things that you want to experience in life, whether it's healing, finances, love, whatever that is? Have you been putting in the work, or have you been kind of laxy-daisy and kind of leaving it for other people to get things done for you, or blaming others because things are not working out the way you think they should? Pay attention to that today, right? There should have been a great awakening of what you don't want and what you do want by now, right? We're approaching a new calendar year in the Gregorian calendar, which means, my love, people are going to be writing their New Year's resolutions, right? So, perfect time for you to really put things in play, okay? What makes change is first admitting that change is needed, but then there's also going to require some movement or action to be taken on your end, right? So there is an energy exchange, right? So there's always a give and take, a push, a pull, a yin and yang, up, down, in, out, right? There's always going to be an energy exchange. So what are you exchanging your energy? Where have you been exchanging your energy is really going to be the topic of today, okay? Relax, release, and revise is one of the things that I've been talking about now for a few days. I think I did a video, if not on Instagram, definitely on YouTube, talking about relax, revise, and release, okay? So let's begin. So we have December 21st, 2021, vibrating on the number 1 today, okay? And then we have Monday, which is ruled by the moon's energy, vibrating as usual on the number 9, right? So we're going to start off with the number 1. Now, I always like to start off these daily vibrations telling you that it's important for you to trust your intuition. So you have intuitive energy in the atmosphere all day, every day, right? And it is your choice whether or not you're going to tap into your intuitive side and allow your intuition to be able to assist you, right? Now, new beginnings is also in the atmosphere with the number 1 today, because you really get to create your own reality. You can begin that by either, I want to say, changing the way you see something, changing the way you think about something, changing the way you feel about something, or getting up and taking some type of action action towards doing that in which you know you need to do to accomplish it, right? I will be starting a new series coming into the new year, the master, just mastering yourself, right? So we're going to be doing some self-mastery for mind and emotions, okay? So we're going to be mastering your mind and mastering your emotion. Those lectures and those series is going to start in 2021, right? Because everybody don't have the steps or the tools, and we're going to get into the steps and the tools to you being able to yield success in your life emotionally and mentally, which is then going to create physically the experiences that you want, okay? So creating what you want today is key, right? And which takes me into something from the number 9 that we will get into, is learning how to say no may be important for some of you today, and the number 9 is vibrating on that today, right? So number 1 is all about intuitive energy today. New beginnings is going to be key for you today. Some of you are going to need to take authority today, and this could be on the physical realm, the mental realm, or even the emotional or spiritual realm. And when I say get organized, meaning if you're in worry mode, you may have to jump out of that. If you need to physically get some stuff organized as far as paperwork is concerned, you may need to do that. If you need to tell your emotions what to feel or ask your emotions how you're really feeling today, you may need to do that also, all right? Attainment may be important for some of you today, and this is I want to say mapping out, right, what you the steps that's required to attain what you want. So not so much attaining the goal, but more so focusing on the steps today that's required. The steps that's needed today to attain what you want is really more of the message, okay? There are going to be some steps that you may have to take, all right? So paying attention to that in the atmosphere, you're trusting your intuition. On the lower vibrational end of the number 1 today, now keeping in mind, everybody, right? This energy, the vibration of the date and the date is also interacting with other planetary forces, okay? And then depending on your natal chart, although this is collective energy, it may be apparent to everyone on a different spectrum based on your personal walk, right? So lower vibrational end of the number 1 today is not trusting yourself, right? Being afraid to move forward and move in the future, still being stuck in the past mistakes, past worries, past pain, right? A lot of forcefulness, maybe forcing your way into situations instead of being diplomatic today. You can find that happening, right? You can see that some people may be a little emotionally balanced today with the lower energy of the number 1, so be mindful of that, right? Lack of emotions is going to be key for some people today. You may find that some people really don't give 2 craps about how you feel or what you think about a situation today. They don't really care whether or not you cry, okay? So be mindful of that. Now, vibrating in the higher end of the number 9 today, you do have, once again, trusting your intuition. Completion energy is in the atmosphere. Maybe feeling the need to complete things, or maybe having to take that last step to get something done may be key for some of you today. I've been speaking about self-love with the number 9 vibration every time I find something within the daily vibrations that vibrates on the number 9, because that's going to be important as you're moving throughout the year for 2021, okay? So implementing that now, of course, is super important, okay? Self-love, learning how to heal yourself and not allowing that healing to come outside of you and waiting for someone else to heal you, okay? Forgiveness is going to be key for some of you today, all right? Non-conformity is going to be key for some of you today. Not conforming to other people's limitations and belief systems, okay? Or maybe even others not wanting to conform to your limits or your belief system of their own walk and journey. Now, learning how to say no is going to be key for some of you today, and sometimes it's going to be hail to the no, no, right? That might be the no that may need to be given, all right? Now, lower vibrational end of the number 9, you can find unpleasant people with very lower I want to say just tactless energy, okay? People with a lot of forgiveness, unforgiveness, I must say, not forgiveness, but you can find people with a lot of unforgiveness in their heart today, okay? And you might even find that there's an energy of throwing people under the bus today, or you can be interacting with others that has that throw people under the bus mentality, okay? Which leads to the lack of responsibility that could be in the air today with this lower vibrational end of the number 9, okay? So keep in mind, you have the power power to change states at any given time. You have the power to choose whether or not you're going to be happy or sad, whether or not you're going to be worried, or whether or not you're going to give thanks, right? You have that power, right? Which means that anytime you find yourself in one particular state that you do not want to be in, you can jump state, right? Which means you can think differently. You can feel differently. You got to feel it. And I'm not saying suppress your feelings. I'm saying feel what you feel so you can move past it, okay? And yes, you can. If you feel what you feel, there is a way for you to move past and get to the other side of healing, okay? Now, for those of you that don't know, I am a certified Reiki energy healer. So we're going to be dealing with your chakras today, right? And we're starting off with the earth signs, all right? With the earth element, if you are not an earth sign, this is going to be Capricorns. It's also going to be Taurus and Virgo's energy. If you are a Capricorn or Taurus or Virgo, this message can apply to you. But if you are not a Capricorn or Taurus or Virgo, my love, this message is going to be pertaining to the physical realm. The things in the physical realm that you may need to take care of. The house, the car, the bills, the children, okay? And the responsibility that dwells therein of, all right? So just letting you know, the dominant energy on the board today for you is going to be your third eye chakra, my wonderful earth signs, or the earth element. It's your perception. How do you see something, right? What is your dreams? What is your goals? And for some of you, this is literally, right? What are you dreaming about? Are you having deja vu? Are there messages that's coming through? For some of you, this may mean literally jotting down your movement, where you want to be in the next year, where you want to be in the next 6 months, where you want to be in the next 3 years, right? And then visualization. Some of you may literally have to see and visualize yourself out of some situations and out of your past, right? Which means, my love, this means that you're going to have to take control of your perception, right? You're going to have to get a different perception on whatever situation this is today, all right? Bringing in balance. This is root chakra energy, okay? Keeping in mind your third eye chakra energy, perception, your imagination, okay? This is your dream world, visions, all right? So if this is out of balance, you're going to be very limited in what you think you can and can't do because you can't see past a certain situation, okay? Root chakra, family, trust, money, stability, flight or fight mode, anxiety, right? So if this area of your life is not balanced in the root chakra, you can find families out of balance. You can find that you don't feel stable. You can find that you don't have a great relationship with money. You can find that you're constantly in anxiety. So just be mindful of this as you're moving throughout the day, right? What is your dreams telling you? And this could be a literal dream that you had last night, or this could be something along the world of goals, okay? Or someone not matching up with your goals, or this situation not aligning with the goals. Bringing things into balance and maybe taking a different perspective or point of view on whatever the situation is today may be required, right? Now, keeping in mind, non-conformity is in the air for some people today. So some people may not want to conform with what you have, and you may not want to conform with what other people are offering, right? So be mindful. Organization is going to be key. Mentally, emotionally, that's going to be important, okay? All right, now we're moving on to the wonderful, wonderful air signs, okay? Air elements, my love, is going to be the wonderful Gemini. We're also going to have Libra's energy in there with Aquarius. If you're not a Gemini, a Libra, or Aquarius, you can apply this element to your thinking. This is your mental and your spiritual thinking. The conversations in your head with yourself is where you would apply this message. Now, today they're asking you to gain peace of mind, as well as communicate your truth to gain your personal power back. You got crown chakra energy, which is direct communication coming in from source, which means you're going to have to trust your intuition today, right? You're going to have to communicate your truth, and some of this could be done telepathically, so you can feel your way through it, and then as the opportunity arises, you may be able to get your power back if you are going to communicate your truth. Try not to allow your emotions to get in your way, however, is what the message is saying. Gaining your personal power back is always a good place when you're not rattled emotionally and when you're not emotionally triggered, where you're a puppeteer to someone else, okay? So finding your center today so you can get to a place of wholeness is going to be key today as you're communicating. As you're communicating today, my lovely air signs, you can find that you will be getting your personal power back. You do have ascending master energy joining you today, right? So we have solar plexus energy on the board. We got we got your soul star energy on the board. We got your crown chakra energy on the board, and we got your throat chakra energy on the board, which is a very collective mix of energy. So you have direct information coming in, okay? It's asking you to speak your truth with communication coming in from the throat chakra, all right? Your ego versus your will is in that solar plexus energy, but it's saying today is time for you to take your personal power back and step out in some confidence. You're going to have guidance with this ascending master energy, okay? And for some of you, you could full-fledged be going through a kundalini awakening today, okay? Especially if you're tapping into this powerful energy in the atmosphere, you could have a full-blown kundalini awakening today, all right? Making sure you're grounding yourself is going to be key if you're doing any type of spiritual work today, all right? Especially spiritual, energetic work, all right? There's been lots of sun flares and solar flares in the atmosphere, so you want to be very mindful to ground yourself before doing energetic work. Okay, now we're going to move on to the wonderful water energy, starting off with Scorpios, Pisces, and Cancer's energy. And let me just tell you something right now. If you are not a Scorpio, a Pisces, or a Cancer, my love, you can apply this message to your emotions. We're talking about your feelings here. Okay, this is where this particular element is going to be applied if you're not a water sign. All right, personal power is popping up for you with your solar plexus energy at place. Meditation is popping up with crown chakra energy, so you want to be mindful of that. Divine connections coming in, and this could be geared around relationships with your sacral chakra energy popping up. Now, your solar plexus energy, my loves, it deals with confidence, it deals with willpower, it deals with discipline, all right, and it deals with your ego and your spirit, right, can be at odds with one another, right? So it's asking you to take your personal power back today. You may have to gain a place of center so you can get to wholeness and meditate before interacting, or maybe I want to say dealing with loved ones and dealing with relationships today. So if you need to have a conversation today, the best thing to do is not to have that conversation emotionally, okay? Your sacral chakra deals with relationships, the change that needs to happen within those relationships and the emotions surrounding those relationships. So you can find codependencies, you can find you can also find sexual addictions, you can find karmic patterns, which then gets you in a predicament where you have to start to think about who's the common denominator in all of these experiences that you've been the victim, okay? So be mindful of that. Taking your personal power back today is going to have you minding your own mind today and your emotions, which means that you're going to have to ground yourself, right, and come from a place of calm and peace, right, before entering any types of communication with relationships today, right? Now, I got to say this, my water signs, sometimes because you are water energy, some people think you're operating emotionally, right? And I want to say this, right? You don't have to allow others, because you are speaking with passion, right, to make you feel like you're too emotional. There's a difference. So if you know you're grounding yourself, but you're still speaking with passion and assertiveness, it's a difference than not grounding yourself and being emotionally triggered and reacting instead of taking action, okay? So be mindful of that, all right? Okay, last but not least, we got the fire energy, right? We got Sagittarius, Leos, as well as Aries. If you are not a Sagittarius, a Leo, or an Aries, you can apply this message to the realm of passion, maybe lust, but also intuitive energy. But it's going to be an area where you need to take action, where movement is going to be required if you're not a fire sign, okay? All right, so guys, you guys have the soul star chakra popping up. This is the chakra right above the crown chakra, which keeps you connected to the ethers. It's asking you to use divine wisdom today and tap into your universal light. I kind of feel like communication is also popping up for you, but you're going to have to think before you speak today, my wonderful fire energy. Before you react, right? Or before you overreact to a particular situation, you want to make sure that you gain wisdom and insight, maybe by even asking for advice or an opinion, all right? And it doesn't have to be with another person. You can go to your higher self, but you want to ask for advice or get the divine wisdom that you needed, tapping into your place of light, right? Abundance of answers, richness of wealth, right? And communicate from that place. Don't communicate from a place today of what you fear. Communicate from the place today of what you desire to experience, not what you fear, okay? That's important, my wonderful fire energy. energy. Come from the place of confidence, not what you feel today. All right. So keep it in mind, right? You have a choice whether or not you are going to move in any one of the lower vibrational aspect of the energy or the higher vibrational aspect. You cannot change another person. You can only change yourself, and you're only responsible for the energy you put out as well as the energy you receive. You can't be responsible for someone else's emotions or choices that they make or don't make, right? Work on yourself, and then you can see you give others the opportunity to do the same, okay? So don't forget, today's Monday. Monday is ruled by the moon, which means that you can definitely get a different aspects of all of the interpersonal things that goes on within you if you're open to it, all right? Be mindful, my loves, okay? I have the last meditation coming up, my loves. The last meditation is going to be coming up at the end of the month. So we're closing off the year 2020 with the meditation in Cancer, I believe. It's a full moon in Cancer, if I'm not mistaken. And that meditation is going to be on the 28th, okay? So I'm not doing the meditation the actual 29th. It's going to be on the 28th. So if you guys would like to join, there are only 7 slots available. Is going to be for a donation of $25 because we will be giving a mini reading for each member as well as breaking down the energy. Okay, so there's only 7 slots that's going to be available for this particular meditation. All right, so it's going to include the breakdown of the energy as usual, as well as the Reiki meditation. Okay, and I gotta say, to be really honest with you, I am gonna throw in some type of reading for the group. I just don't know exactly how that's gonna plan out yet, but yep, we will be doing a mini reading. That's exactly why I can't have why we are going to be limited to space. Okay, we're going to be limited to space for this last meditation. The meditations moving forward actually are going to be a little bit more intimate, guys. So just be mindful of that, okay? A little bit more intimate in the meditations because I would like to do a little bit more healing work in the meditation. So I will see you guys. If you are interested, you can make your donation via the instruction in my description box on YouTube. If you are not on YouTube, you can make your donation via Cash App, okay? $ Kimoy106, as well as for your inner voice at gmail.com for PayPal. Or you can just go ahead and email me and I'll be able to shoot you out that information, okay? So December 30th is the last full moon and it's happening in Cancer, okay? And I am going to be having the meditation on Monday, so you can do your meditation on Monday along with the ritual of your choice on the actual full moon, right? All right, so I'm gonna see y'all in tomorrow's daily vibration, my loves. Be kind to yourself. Do something kind for yourself, and I'm gonna see you guys in the daily vibration tomorrow. Okay, if you have not checked out your monthlies, you need to do so because the new monthlies for the new year is going to be coming up. Oh, I meant to remind you guys, by the way, if you are part of the Patreon family, we are going live for the karma readings on the 23rd, my love. So I have a treat for you guys. So if you come on through, you are going to be part of the wonderful treat that's going to be happening, okay, on the 23rd. All right. Hi, peace, love, and light to each and every one of you. Remember, okay, it is out of darkness that comes enlightenment, which means that you can go ahead and find your peace and get to your center so you can gain the wholeness in which you truly, truly are, all right? Have a wonderful day, my loves, and I'm going to see you guys next time. Bye, my loves.